All right, here's Coach AF, guys. This is a completely new experience here on the Agile Lounge for Business Agility YouTube channel. We are going to record live this monthly Dare Real Agile because we have more and more people following us. I really loved it. And tomorrow, the Friday Live Agile that we do, it's going to be episode 41. Friday Live Agile is the vlogcast, okay? And that is every week at noon Eastern Time, 6 p.m. for our people in Europe, and 5 p.m. in the UK, 11 Central. So every Friday, we are going live on the LinkedIn Live. Of course, here on the YouTube channel, as well as on Twitter. And for tonight, this Thursday, October the 28th, right now, I just jumped to make a live stream on both my my Coach AF Twitter and my main YouTube channel that is growing, by the way. So thank you very much. Welcome for the 8 new subscriber. And according to Blueberry, Blueberry is my platform that I'm using for whatchamacallit, my podcasts. Okay, so what we do is we are growing like crazy. I don't know how. I receive a lot of email. I receive Bitcoins, Satoshi Bitcoins that celebrate its 13th anniversary. So anyways, I'm just jumping right now. As you know, the motto of both my showcast, the vlogcast Friday Live Agile, as well as the Dare Real Agile audio podcast. It's uncut, unscripted, authentic leadership, authentic open business agility. If you are interested in all-time agile, you are at the right place. So welcome everybody. Tomorrow, the Friday Live Agile will be live, as I said, on LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. It's going to be in French, yes, because I've got 16% of francophones. Probablement, principalement même, j'en ai qui m'écrivent du Maghreb, de la France, Belgique, Suisse, évidemment, nos amis du Québec. Hein? Qu'est-ce qu'on ferait pas sans nos amis du Québec? Alors, it's going to be French tomorrow for a great show about a little bit about what we are going to do. And we're going to start the recording now. It's kind of the pre-show of the Backstage. And so I won't pay necessarily attention into the chat and so on. But you're more than welcome to chat. And maybe at the end of the recording of the Dare Real Agile podcast for Business Agility, I'll come back and I will read your chat. Of course, I'm not doing any super chat right now, so you don't have to worry about it. So okay, so we're live here. Let's do a little check on Twitter because right now I'm alone. Anna is not there to help me. Nobody's there, so I just want to get to see. Let's get to see. I am live everywhere or not for tonight? Yes, I am. All right, so we're going to do this. So right now, I'm going to start the recording of the audio. So it's the audio experience. You are looking for the Backstage as part of my experimentation on not necessarily sell with Agile or selling myself or something, because I'm really doing this for the community of Agile to collaborate and co-create with others. And so tonight it's really about the Agile transformation, and a call out that my great colleague Daniel Mizik, the founding member and advisory board member of the Open Leadership Network, and this is going to be in a series of let's destroy in togetherness the Agile industrial complex. We have more than enough of that. And tomorrow in French is going to be the same thing. Why are we absolutely imposing these framework, this big procedural thing? So it's going to be about this. Probably a short cast right now. So I'm going to do this right now. Let me open my GarageBand. As I said, this is the Backstage. And maybe one day it's going to be for only the hardcore Dare Real Agilist to have it as an extra into the business model that we're going to build for alternative way of doing a living. Because that's the thing too. The business agility movement with the blockchain movement, decentralize finance, but decentralize everything, decentralize of your personal identity, the data, and everything. So there's a new world coming, whether you like it or not. But we are not forced. We're absolutely not forced to embark and dare fucking reset new world. So that's the thing. So let me start the recording and be with me. As I said, chat wherever you want. I'll be back at the end of the show just to do a tour. And I should say the recording right now. So let's kick it. Am I here? 1, 2, 4, 3. Compression is there. Okay, we'll do it again after. You ready, motherfucker? Welcome once again. Here's your Coach AF live broadcasting from Montreal on the Dare Real Agile podcast, where we dare, we care to talk about everything nobody else talks, and the community of Agile. Is it a community of Agile? Really? Is it? Tell me. Are we a community? Are we answering people first? This Agile movement to serve the customer better. We're going to talk in this monthly podcast of October, the 30th episode, my friend, since April 2020, in the middle of a pandemic. But we are now going out into the new world, and we are going to talk about these Agile transformation right now. Yes, welcome once again for this 30th episode of the Dare Real Agile podcast. I'm so happy. Beautiful, amazing people. How are you today? And are you ready? My Dare Real Agilists who wrote me since the beginning we embark in this adventure. Are you ready to run your ass off for maybe about half an hour today on this beautiful... It's on Friday, October the 29th, 2021 already. Coach AF here, Alexandre Frédéric Joly. I'm very, very happy to be before you to talk about this. I think my studio tell me that my gain is maybe too loud. Let's do this. Is it better? Tell me. Okay, it's a bit too yellow-red. I don't like this. We all prefer the green, right? We don't want to be in the red. So we prefer the black or the green, which is the new. Okay. So yeah, amazing things are happening right now in the Agile movement, if we could call it an Agile movement. Anyways, I don't know how to call it anymore sometimes. And what I'd like to talk today is part of a series of reflection that we are going to do on all channels of the Agile Lounge for business agility, consulting, coaching, and training company, and everything Scrum and business agility. We have discovered right now that a lot of people keep talk about the failure of agility, about the whatchamacallit. Yeah, they really talk about all this failure of agility. Scrum is failing too. Everybody is unhappy about all of these innovative systems that could create framework to help you deliver better and smarter for the best experience of your customer. Because I would like again to remind everybody that it's not Agile or Scrum or Lean or DevOps that fails. It's the people incapable of understanding it, having an explicit agreement, making the proper decision, and caring about their customer. So this is where you fail. And we had a show last week on the Vlogcast. By the way, all my runner out there, every one of you who are We are right now 4,100 people all across, from Apple Podcasts to Deezer to Spotify. We are amazing number. So, and we have only 10% of, we are only 400 on my YouTube channel, even though my YouTube channel is growing, because from September last year, when I was in Mexico, all the way to now, it's a jump from 80 followers on YouTube all the way up to now 410. So it's amazing. I'm so thankful. Thank you very much. And I'm especially thankful of all of you on the Dare Real Agile, because you are my biggest followerships. Okay. But if you'd like to see me, like right now, I'm doing this new experience of concentrating for you only audio casts, podcasts, but you could see me live in the Backstage on my YouTube channel. So again, depending on what you use to listen to me, you should have in the description on Spotify and Apple especially, you have all the link to get to me, and even to connect with me on LinkedIn and Twitter. You're more than welcome. I'm very open. I am at the image of what is and should be the Agile movement. Very open. Right now, I would like to introduce this series of subjects that will pop up maybe on shortcast. We're going to do some shortcast between the monthly program of the Dare Real Agile. Expect it. It's our second kind of year of this podcast, and I would like to change a little bit and everything. So, and between the every Friday live we do on the YouTube and LinkedIn to be with you, I would like to co-create something also like a kind of a table ronde. I don't know if you know Tim Pool, but I like these ways of having 5-6 people around a table and discuss multiple subjects. And I think we have so much to talk about business agility, Scrum, and everything, that we could do this. And I will be really pleased to have Daniel Mizik as a contributor, maybe John Jarkins, Simon Roberts, some others. I don't know. We could do this. So it's an invitation based, n'est-ce pas, Daniel? So if you'd like to write to me, do it at coach@agile-lounge.com, and say that you might want to become a panelist if you have something to share about it. So again, we don't do interviews here, so we only invite people to have an honest, authentic conversation about all things business agility. So without further ado, I would like to introduce it by because I really support a post that Daniel Mizik, as I mentioned, the founding and advisory board member of the Open Leadership Network, that do great thing on open space agility and open business agility. They have amazing course and workshop about the 8 patterns of business agility and the creation of patterns. It's one thing to understand the 4 values and the 12 principles of the Agile Manifesto for software development, but now we are moving into the 4th wave of agility. Even myself, I'm writing a book right now called Next Level Agility. What is the next level? It's bringing something even higher with high potential people, with capable people able to do a lot of things differently, but also that have value for the evolution of this experience on Earth, for the world of work, for the world of business, and for the satisfactory of the customer. Because again, if you don't have customer, you don't have a business. It's all about business, guys. So don't lie to me. Don't start with this capitalist against socialism. I don't buy into this. Okay. So either you have a business, but how do we make this business more conscious? Conscious capitalism and conscious leadership. So Daniel wrote, I'm calling upon the Agile Alliance, the Scrum Alliance, the IC Agile, and the Business Agility Institute. And me personally, I will add to Daniel the SFE, the SAFE, the Scale Agile Framework Organization, and all of these other consultancy, such as McKesson and so on. And by the way, I'm reading you, Daniel. We didn't have time because we're really busy. He's organizing, by the way, the 13 give thanks to Scrum, and among other things. So, but as I said, doing the panel every Friday at 12 noon. If you follow me on LinkedIn, and especially more over on my YouTube channel, I invite you. So I will try to have him live or not live, and we are going to go deeper in this, because that's going to be a series among the fake agile and how we could make it real and make it valuable, meaningful for everybody. So I'm doing this now because I'm inspired. I'm in the fifth of the subject, and it's kind of a pre-intro for the tomorrow show in French. And so we're going to talk about it. But anyways, he's calling out, he's calling upon Agile Alliance, Scrum Alliance, IC Agile for the coaching in Agile, and the Business Agility Institute. And for me, I'm also calling out my favorite people that I like to bug, the Scale Agile Framework, the SAFe, the SFE. So we wonder if these institutions issued a statement of position cautioning against and imposing transformation that will immediately make it uncool to be party to the folly, the failure, and the very real harm to people that comes with the imposed approach. This change will have a hugely positive effect on the agile industry. Yeah, well, status quo. And perhaps human progress worldwide. If the institutional certificating educators of Scrum Alliance, hold on a second, we're live and alive, baby. And okay, so I got a user experience problem. I'm sorry about this. So I was like, yes, if the institutional certificating educators at Scrum Alliance and IC Agile then added learning objective and specific education on this issue into all of their courses, the certificates will be getting the right information and the culture will change. Eventually, executives will catch on. This is all about conscious leadership with business agility. And now I remind you, I'm reading you the post of Daniel Mizik from LinkedIn. So the executive will catch on and they will then stop demanding impose rollout services from Scrum Alliance certified coach or IC Agile certified coaches and other Agile professionals. Any executives still in the dark will then get the proper advice from properly educated Scrum and Agile professionals during the early stages of planning. None of this is happening right now. And I agree with Danielle that none of this is happening right now. There's too many professionals of Scrum and Agile that don't even have access to the C-level executive member of an organization. Okay? So we'll continue with Danielle writing on his post. All four of these institutions have exactly zero of say on this huge issue of imposing agile practices on teams, imposing these practices without discussion, let alone inclusion and consent. Is that okay with everyone? Tell us in the comment below on both, everywhere you see this, whatever you see it on YouTube, you're listening to it on your iPod, tell me in the comment, tell us in the comment, is that okay with everyone? Imposing these agile practices on teams and imposing these practices without discussion, without agreement. Let's continue. In large part because these institutions are offering absolutely zero guidance on these huge issues. We now have a total transformation train wreck culture worldwide. So this is Daniel speaking, and I agree with him. But it's him speaking right now. I'm reading you his post, his comment. I hereby call upon Scrum Alliance, Agile Alliance, IC Agile, and the Business Agility Institute to issue accessible, clear, detailed, and unambiguous statements of position up or down, for or against regarding the standard practice of imposing, forcing, coercing, and in fact pushing a so-called transformational, agile, and Scrum practices in our organizations. Okay, and he put a note there, Daniel, that he's inspired by Claude Aymon, organizational effectiveness and growth expert. So I don't know the gentleman, but it's worth to deep dive into this research. And of course, he kind of finished the post by tagging on LinkedIn the CEO, CPO. CPO is for Chief Product Officer at Scrum Alliance, Mr. Howard Sublett. Paul Hammond, the chairman of the board of Agile Alliance. Evan Leborn, the founder of Business Agility Institute. And Ahmed Sidki, president of IC Agile. And as I said again, I will also add that we should call upon this kind of big mothership of the industrial agile complex that is part of the problem, is part of the issue that Daniel is calling out here, which is the Scale Agile framework. And I was worried, like I don't remember the Ding Ding Dale, the engineer that founded that. For me, it's all POC, and I love it. I love the initiative a lot from Daniel. And as I said, why not include these SFE training people, the SFE certified people? And I think for those who understand French, join us tomorrow at noon. It's going to be an amazing, funny things. I might experiment things too. With the Melon apps, I could bring people up on the video as we do on Clubhouse. So we'll try, we'll do. And yeah, so this is to open the space for discussion. We need open space for real sane debate, to call out these people. And as a member of Scrum Alliance for a while, certified with Scrum Alliance, I'm even certified Scrum Educator of Scrum Alliance, and I signed a kind of a disclaimer not to be training outside of the courses, but I would like to include this. I sometimes, like, if I do something on my own from my unrated, exclusive, and innovative workshop, for me it's workshop more than training. Of course, I do these kind of things naturally, and this is why I get along well with this network of real Scrummies and real open business agility more than all the others. And Scrum Alliance give me some kind of advantage as a consultant, but of course, often in the last 5 years, I try to call them out on being a lot more open. And as a Scrum Educator, I'm not a CST myself, which stands for those who don't know, the Certified Scrum Trainer, but I'm a certified Scrum Educator that I could, inside organization and with teams, train them, not for their certification, but train them on the system of Scrum to help them and facilitate their journey and to create, because Scrum is configurable. And for me, everything I've learned at Enterprise Scrum for business agility for years before the passing of Mike Beadle, he was also my coach and my mentor. He was supposed to be the one who will have helped me becoming a CEC, Certified Executive Coach, Enterprise Coach, sorry. But that's it. I mean, really, I've been saying it since I embarked as a Scrum Master myself 20 years ago. And I said, like, the way I see it with my background in physics, the substantion, again, I insist about this dynamic of interrelation. One of the first 4 value, interaction between individual over processes and tools, and how we should bring people together, have a discussion, have an open space debate, and draw together, co-create together what we want to achieve. The 4 stage of freedom and truth. One is the why, and how you define your why, you discuss towards a shared vision, bringing IT, because often in this new world of business in the last 20 years and towards the 4th industrial revolution we're hitting now for the next decade, the engineer department, the IT department, the software development department, they think they own everything. They think they own shit. You don't own fucking shit. Okay? You should be in collaboration with the business, with the salespeople, okay? With the human relation and people and culture first that you are part of. All right? So I agree with you that before the manifesto of Agile for software development, you might have been treated like shit by the business. And you put that manifesto out there to make more common sense and so on. But one of the great 12 principles, it's about this collaboration. So stop saying shit about your own shit. You're not helping. And those who created the SFE, the safe things, are fucking engineer, fucking better engineer. Yes, I'm calling out on this too. Because that's enough, okay? Stop this war. We don't need that shit. What we need is collaboration, co-creation, a shared vision. This is my role as an ex-customer experience designer and manager, then a Scrum Master, and now a business consultant, a business executive coach, a business agility coach, to bring all of these findings and continue to uncover new ways together. All right? Putting this into emphasizing that you never force anything and you don't do this ego war, because this is the thing, guys. In the next 10 years, if you'd like to thrive and even maybe survive as an organization, as an enterprise, as a business, you better pay attention. Pay the F attention of your worker. A lot of people scream about, I think it's a made up thing. It's a made up thing, and I don't want to be into too much toxic politics, but this, I have to say that like this, but this kind of, this employment crisis, I don't like this word, but for lack of a better term, this employment crisis, this workforce that apparently is missing a lot of people, especially in the specialized type of skills, but even into the more common sense, I think it's made up for two things. One, on the human factor, they want to bring immigration into the Western countries because they want more submissive doer, yes girl and yes man, to the task. And they know they cannot do this with us, the unionized people, the people who want a better life. So they want to take people they destroy for years and years, and the ex-colony of the third world in Africa and India, and they use it as cheap labor. So that's disgusting, because instead of bothering us with diversity, inclusion, transgender things, blah, 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 why aren't you focusing, you, me, everyone, and to create a better space of work for everyone? Because for me, when I talk to some of my colleagues that live here or in India or in Australia, we don't understand why. This is disgusting. We treat immigrant like this. It's a double language. So I think this is one of the aspects that we have this kind of worker shortage, because they want to say, oh, now we need immigration because nobody wants to work anymore in France and England and United States and Canada. So we need to hire, we need to replace those that don't want to work, or because we could impose condition. I've been an immigrant myself. I live in the United States as a consultant. Maybe it's easy. No, it's not, because when you have visa, the client and the owner of the shop, they know that, and they could trigger you, and they could make you go back to where you're from. And even though when I used to live in Costa Rica and Mexico, you are low profile, okay? Whether you think you're strong, whether you think you're smart, you're not in your country, okay? Whether you have residency, depending of your visa. So you always like walk on eggs. Can I say that in English? Anyways, I think you get me. It's always fragile. So you are more manipulated. You will have to fit in line more easily than a native one in the country that has more right as a citizen. You see the picture? And of course, with the fourth industrial revolution, the second aspect that I think it's a made-up thing, this workforce um, lacking and mislead is because they want to impose more automation, more digitalization, robotic, the AI things to work for us. So, because now, right now, there's more digital transformation that will require a great asset of us, the agile professional, the business agility professional, to help them trigger it with putting back also the empirism and the human interests into this. But not again, no. These ownership, they don't do this. So I think we are in a crisis right now where the promises 20 years ago of this agile manifesto for software development that in the last decade was pushing towards the entire organization with business agility, and the coming back of the open space agility to integrate, to democratize the decision rights. All right. And now we let go. This is like, for me, it's really an ecosystem mindset that we have to break, to crush, and to replace it by a real ecosystem to create tailored, real adapted, agile for the human progress, and so on. So this is the scouting out starting. A lot of people say Daniel is courageous. I agree. It's one of the 5 values of Scrum, by the way. Now I will invite and facilitate a focus, which is a second value of the Scrum movement, Scrum system. And let's try to push this agenda, okay, of organizational effectiveness, of real conscious leadership, all right? Because I'm pretty sure, because every time I speak with executive and they understand the value of this agile mindset, the value of the lean systems, and even of the DevOps, continuous development, continuous integration, and even the next level agility that I'm building right now with the on-demand consultancy and coaching. You pay only on demand for what you need at a specific moment, not those big firm contract of big community of practice of what have you, that's wasting time. So guys, that was it for this month, Dare Real Agile for Business Agility podcast, where we dare, yes, we dare because we care, speak out, and we have right now more and more people that get it. And this is why I would love to surrender myself with you who are running with me right now into your AirPods. Come, write to us, show up, not just like and comment this podcast or this video. Come with us, join us into this journey, because the next decade is for the agile people, the agile professional, but the true agile people, not those who believe that they could transform or scale it. You don't need to scale it. You have to scale good patterns, all right? You have to implement good patterns and make it evolve for the best of your customer satisfaction again, or the user satisfaction of what have you. And the fourth industrial revolution, we should create tools of this Internet of Things, my ass, that serve us, the human, and not dehumanize us and make us a virtual pieces of shit consumer with no brain and submissive. So think about that. Let me know in the comment below what you think. And I'll see you in late November, maybe with a special type of podcast. It will be Thanksgiving in the United States of America. It will be a couple of days after the 13 Give Thanks to Scrum. So I will probably record the November episode, will be the 31st episode. And we might talk about how thankful we are in each other. And I might ping you into my newsletter to bring me some testimonial of how thankful you are yourself, of the Agile movement, the DevOps culture, and the lean thinking aspiration. So on that, my beautiful lounger, I wish you a beautiful evening. Cheers. Subscribe, follow me on LinkedIn, and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see those backstage. That was Coach F live broadcasting from Montreal for the real business agility, the Scrum way. Have a great weekend, a great month, and see you at the end of November. All right, guys. So now I'm returning to my vlogcast. We just got the recording. I'm not sure about the song. It's all experimental. We're gonna see. My people here on YouTube, smash this like button, please. Yes, smash the like button. Comment below, like I asked my my jogger of the Dare Real Agile podcast, and yeah, tell me in the comment what you think about this calling out from Daniel Mizik and myself, and more. Would you like to join us to a panel of discussion, to an open space that I could facilitate with my instrument, with my everything that I have? I already paid for it. We have a great Melon Apps is great, up to 7-8 people I could have in the board. It's better than Teams and Zoom for sure. We could go live everywhere, and we could have a great talk, and moreover, organize ourselves to walk the talk. To walk the talk. So I hope you like this experience. Tell me also in the comment below, how do you foresee those backstage of the recording of the Dare Real Agile? Because I would like to enhance the quality. When I do the Friday live Agile, every Friday at noon on LinkedIn and YouTube, I want to be more like in the interaction in the moment of the live at noon, you know? Maybe I want to do my interview aside. Sorry, it's not interview. I'm not doing interviews. I'm doing honest, authentic conversation. So when I'm gonna do that, of course, I want to do whatchamacallit. Sorry about this. Yeah. So I want to do it something like more focus, as we learn in Scrum. And now I was out of focus again because I'm alone, and you can imagine all the screens I have on my iMac plus the iPad and monitoring everything, and nobody's in the chat. There's about 17 viewers according to the Melon Apps. So I don't know if you'd like to have some question live right now, and if you look the replay, smash the like button. Share it to anyone to inspire them, to spark them into the business agility movement and to the transforming the world of work and more the world of business. And yes, I do it for free. I do it with passion. But if you'd like to help me cut the expense, and the link below, you could send me Bitcoins. Yes, Bitcoin, Satoshi. We are all Satoshi. And or you could PayPal me your fiat currency if you like. There's no problem about this. All the link on the description below. I thank you so much for that. And for those who are on YouTube, see you tomorrow at 12 in French, en français demain. Alors, je vous remercie. Thank you very much, and see you soon.